Hey everyone, this is the Onshape tutorial for the Sasquatch module for the laser or CNC plasma cutter. First thing, you need to download the Sasquatch JPEG file as seen right here. Download that to your device. And then we're going to go to the next part of the module where you're going to basically sketch this design, trace this image, whatever you want to call it, in Onshape and make the Sasquatch 4.5 inches tall. You can trace it with whatever tools you want. I'll be utilizing the spline and the 3-point arc, and then you'll extrude it to 0.1 inches thick. Upload a screenshot, and then the next module part, you will upload the DXF file. So in Onshape, we're going to create a new document. Going to call it Sasquatch. You can also just type in and with that, we call it Sasquatch. Okay, first things first, we need to import the Sasquatch file into our Onshape document. That was by clicking on the plus sign in the bottom left and clicking on import to select the file. Now we need to start a sketch. Let's see what it says in the directions. Let me go back here. We are sketching on the top plane. So let me go back into Onshape, sketching on this top plane, switching to the top view on the view cube. And now we're going to insert our image. So we could do a search right here and just type in image, insert image, or this button is located right here, a little drop down menu. So we're going to select our Sasquatch image, click and move our mouse to place it. And we now need to dimension it. So press letter D and click on this right line. That's going to be the height of the Sasquatch, and change it to 4.5. Enter. Okay, our picture is to size, and we'll now begin our tracing. So it looks like most of this is probably all going to be the spline tool. So spline is going to be right here. I'm going to start, and I'm going to left click to begin, click, click, clicking as I'm going down. I'm going to double click right here to break it up into smaller sections. Click, click, click. Remember, you can zoom in while you're tracing with the trackpad, with the gesture with 2 fingers. You can also use the Control, Shift, arrow keys to jog it over. Okay, I'm going to double click right there. It's good to kind of start and stop, take a little break. Sometimes you can lose everything you traced if you do it all in one continuous line. Now, if you're using a mouse, you can hold down Shift and then press the mouse wheel button to do the panning feature. I'm going to go ahead and stop there. And remember, we can go back later and smooth out some of these lines if they're not quite to your satisfaction the first time you trace it. And since this is going to be relatively small, some of this detail won't actually even be noticeable. Sometimes you zoom in too much and get too caught up on some of those fine details, which ultimately are not even going to be visible when it's the small size that it is. Remember, you can also hold down the shift button to get rid of like the orange lines that appear when you're tracing it. Double click right there and stop. Take a breath and continue tracing. There, see that orange line? Hold down shift, it will disappear. Most of the time, those orange lines are going to be annoying for what you're doing. Gonna go ahead and do a double click to stop right there. And then continue. Make sure you pick up that line where you left off. Click, click. And there we go. Finish it off where we started with a double click. Looking good. Press escape. Gonna go back and see if there's any of these little points I want to manipulate a little bit. Close enough. Looks good. Looks good. Doesn't have to be exactly like the picture. Let me move this one in. Actually, that's probably right there. That looks good. Okay, we're gonna finish our sketch and then extrude. And oh, this is a great example. When it doesn't turn gray, let me try one more time. I might have a gap somewhere. I'm going to double click on my sketch one and I need to go back right there. Look at that. That is not touching. There we go. Now, let me try my sketch, extrude. Now it works. It's almost like I meant to do that. Change the thickness to 0.1, green check mark. Ah, disappeared. What's going on? Go on the face. Let me go back and look at my sketch just a little bit more. Might have another bad spot. Bye. There we go. Maybe. No. Oh no. I think it would be good. There's nothing obvious. Green check mark. Try that again. Need to look one more time. Oh, this right here. That is usually not good. I'm going to delete these points. You don't want it to overlap. We delete this point. This one, because that one cannot be deleted. Let me see if I can drag that in. I'm going to use the arc tool. I'm just going to draw an arc right here. And then trim. That away. Check mark. See what happens. Let me delete this sketch. Try extruding again. Oh, it turned darker. Got it. So when tracing, avoid gaps like this with your lines. Also avoid loop-de-loops or anything that has a really weird sharp corner. So take a screenshot of this, and then to export the DXF, you right click, export as DXF, or you can right click on sketch 1 and export as a DXF. Thanks for watching.